We'll start, though, with Portugal against France. Really good game, this. France, in the end, with a 1-0 win thanks to N'Golo Kanté's goal. Julien Laurens and Frank Leboeuf with us to give us very much the French perspective on things. Thanks for dressing up, Frank, for this. Let's start with you, shall we? This was a great game, wasn't it?
It was a fantastic game. I enjoyed it, and it's been a while since I enjoyed a game, watching TV and watching those games with no fans. The level was great, the rhythm was great, the two teams was absolutely fantastic. France won. I don't know if they really deserve that. I think so, and not because I'm French, just because I think there are more chances to score. But France, with Kanté, Rabiot, Pogba, being so disciplined and working so hard in the middle of the park, allows the French team to be much better, and it's what happened. Except maybe Martial, who missed some chances in the first half. There's nothing to regret about that game. It was absolutely fantastic, and it made me think of two things. That if you want to win against France, you have to be either a so-called small team or maybe not play well. Portugal played well, and France raised their level. And they beat Portugal. But if you play badly, maybe you have a chance, because France will do the same. That's the only way to beat France. Otherwise, it's almost impossible.
Martial could have had a hat-trick in the first half, Jules.
Yeah, he had three big chances. The biggest one, the header after the Rabiot overhead kick. That hit the bar. Really, this one he should have put down. The first one with that lovely through ball by Griezmann after a lovely team move by France with Pogba and Martial holding up the ball for Griezmann, and that sort of 1-2. Rui Patricio came out so quickly and really well, and maybe there was nothing else that Martial could have done. And then the third one, again, it's a great ball by Rabiot, great cross. Great ball, sorry, by Rabiot, great cross by Lucas Hernandez, and then Martial sort of tackles the ball. Again, it's an amazing save by Rui Patricio, who made a mistake on the Kanté goals from France, but before that was just outstanding once again, like he did in the Euro 2016 final. But Martial, which again, we've had a debate with Stevie a few times on the show about his degree of efficiency. He has to be more clinical if he wants to be a starter for that team. He has to be more clinical for United as well when he's playing, although he had a very good year last year. You can still feel that he's just not that finisher who will bury the three chances that he creates like he should have done tonight, for example. So he has to work on that level of his game, but apart from that, pretty much everything going forward was great from France.
Yeah, you had Kingsley Coman, you had Martial up front, as well as Antoine Griezmann, Frank. When Mbappe is fit, how does he fit into this?
Well, he would be the first choice, and after you will add Griezmann, because Griezmann has lots of credits. And after he will goes around, you have Thuram now, you have Coman, you have, of course, Giroud, don't forget Giroud also, and Martial. And so many other players, that's the most difficult thing.
If I was to ask you now, Frank, like your first choice three, Griezmann, Mbappe, and who?
And Martial, because Martial, I've shown some consistency, with Manchester United. But if he gives games like he did today, it won't last long. You have to be, as Jules said, clinical, because you have to score goals, because the others will come in and will score goals. I love Coman. Coman has been absolutely fantastic, but he's more on the left side, where we are looking for mostly a striker to replace maybe Giroud in that case. And Martial is the choice number one, I think.
Who's that third prong for you, Jules?
I think it's a good debate. I think knowing Deschamps and his pragmatism at times, it could well depend on who they're playing against. And you could have Giroud there if you feel that you need a big man up front who can hold the ball up. If you put a lot of crosses in, he would be perfect in the box for that, much better than Griezmann or Martial or Coman or even Mbappe. If you play against a team like Portugal today, I thought the pace of Coman on that right-hand side was great, and he created some chances as well. You could have Coman there, you could have Martial, of course, like Frank just said. You could even have someone like Ben there, who is so good at linking up the play. You have different options, and I think that's what Deschamps has been looking for in the last 18 months, is different options, different formations, different system, different way of attacking through the width and through the channels, but also in the middle, like we saw on the first Martial chance tonight, for example. So I think now, after the game tonight, one of the things that Deschamps will have as positive is I can see now that I've got more options. I've got different players who can bring different things to the team in different formation. And before a big competition like the Euros, this is really, really priceless.
Jules, where did Portugal fall short today? We've been very, very complimentary about them, but I think that they deserve to lose today.
Yeah, I think they deserve to lose. I think for the first 70 minutes, they were not in the game at all. France was so good in midfield, especially to cutting their passing lines. We hardly saw Bernardo Silva. We didn't really see much of Bruno Fernandes. Cristiano tried a bit on his own. After 70 minutes, it was a bit easier because they pushed up. Diogo Jota came on. Maybe they were a bit too cautious from the beginning with Danilo Pereira and William Carvalho in midfield. I don't know. But certainly the last 20 minutes, they played better. It was a bit short and they didn't deserve to get anything from that game. But we should not forget all the improvement they made in the last 18 months, again, 2 years since the 2018 World Cup. And certainly at the Euros, they will be very, very strong, very solid again.
Frank, when you see this sort of performance from France, they're the best team in Europe. If they can do this next summer, they'll win the Euros.
Yeah, the main concern that I have about that team is the consistency, and you're right. When they play the way they played tonight, nobody can beat them. I mean, they're strong in every lines. Even Lloris was there, on a fantastic shot from Moutinho. The defense were absolutely fantastic. Kimpembe and Varane came back to their best. There is nothing to complain about, but we have to wait because France is full of surprises. It's a beautiful country, and the team matches, the flavor of that country. Is that sometimes you don't know from somewhere nothing happens, and it was last week.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.